deter support for Ukraine, nuclear blackmail, in other words.
I'm sorry, Madam. I understand that you try to give us a full stand of NATO, but still we need to obey to the rule of time, okay? So could you finish it as soon as possible, please?
So, I want to also say that the European Union is reinforced as a reaction. Its toolkit for sanction, resilience, defense industry development, its global security partnership. And I hope that it's the irony on the Kremlin is not lost, that the reaction of a number of countries to the war in Ukraine has been quite dramatic. But I do want to make one point, because I'm here in this region, and I think it's important to respond to this. I do want to highlight that the Euro-Atlantic security is one way in which the Euro-Atlantic security has not evolved. And this, I want to address misconception that we are likely hearing about NATO here in this region. So let me emphasize, NATO has always been and will always be a defensive Euro-Atlantic alliance. It poses no threat to Russia or to anyone. Actually, it has for decades tried to maintain constructive relations with Russia. And NATO does not seek to project force beyond the Euro-Atlantic territory. So we do indeed have partnership worldwide, and we are deepening them, including in this region, and we are engaging in an intensive dialogue with China in that context. But there are no NATO exercises in the Indo-Pacific, there are no NATO-flagged troops in the Indo-Pacific, there are no NATO-flagged vessels in the Indo-Pacific, and NATO as an alliance does not and will not interfere in Indo-Pacific tension. So, in order to conclude, as you're asking me to go faster, I just want to say that, going back to the topic of the panel, evolution of European security, first, it was needlessly shattered by Russia. Then second, what happened is that it reinforced the NATO alliance and its commitment to defend allies' territory collectively, but also to aid their neighbor Ukraine in a time of existential need. So what must happen now? Peace and security must be restored in Europe through emphatic global support for Ukraine and for the universal principle it is fighting for, and ultimately through a peace settlement.
The last sentence, please.
Yes.
Please.
And the peace settlement can only be determined by Ukraine, and it has to respect Ukraine's sovereignty and respect the United Charter.